Hey everyone, welcome back. Time now 8:08. Sorry about those microphone difficulties we had just a moment ago. All should be fixed. Thank you for joining us and maybe staying with us here. And I want to give you that forecast, your digital weather now. And we're still tracking some showers, thunderstorms here offshore. Closest to the shore, St. Simons kind of clipping there. Sapelo winding down after earlier a brief heavy rainfall. Earlier shower too, pushing into Montgomery County from Wheeler County towards Toombs, Tattnall counties. That is weakening as well. So taking you back here, kind of laying out what went on this afternoon. We did have isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms begin to develop initially here from Swainsboro, Dublin, over to Statesboro, up towards Allendale, Hampton counties, and then it kind of moved back towards the city of Savannah and portions of the area, in a scattered fashion. It'd get some brief downpours this afternoon, and then it pushed on to the south and actually became a little bit stronger as we approached the 7:30 time frame there. Sapelo Island kind of clipped there St. Simons and then moved offshore, but not everyone saw the rain today. In fact, a lot of people missed out. I want to take you back and show you rainfall totals over the past, several hours. Let you know what you may have picked up today. It was not a washout of a day, but what rain was there was on the heavy side in a couple of spots. So I'm letting this radar image load up here on the weather computer. Now I'm going to take you back. This is just radar's estimation of rainfall for the past 3 hours. I'm going to take you back to the last 12 hours because we did see rain develop a little bit earlier in the day, the further north and west you were. So again, looks like, there, Emmanuel County was the big winner today, right around Swainsboro. Had gusty winds with that rainfall as well. Swainsboro around that area about 1 inch to 1.5 inches was a pretty solid bet. Also on the south side of the city of Statesboro, 1/2 inch to about 1 inch over towards Emmett, just on the north and east side of Brookwood. Another area that may have picked up just a little bit more rain, maybe right around 1 inch or so. Taking you back to Chatham County in the Effingham County area on the south side of Guyton. I know people reported rain in Guyton, but only about 2/10 of an inch to maybe 7 or 8/10 of an inch of rain, right around 1/2 inch kind of as an average there. And a portion of the city of Savannah did not see much, maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Portions of Bloomingdale over to Pooler. It did rain here at WTOC, certainly rained hard for a couple of minutes. This is not indicating that there is accumulation, but it did rain here, and it also did rain Whitmarsh, Wilmington Island area briefly in a heavy fashion this afternoon, also downtown. So this is not perfect, but this is a general estimation of rainfall. North side of Beaufort County, just north of Beaufort proper, picking up some heavy rain. Also Pinckney Colony between Hardyville and Ridgeland, stretching back into western and inland Jasper County. They too saw a little bit of rainfall this afternoon. So just kind of give you an idea of what occurred earlier today. And I want to go now to the WTOC TV Facebook page on my phone. I'm going to answer your questions as they come in. I'm sure we already have some of those coming in right now. And I thank you for joining us. Again, if you're watching on Roku, Amazon Fire, you're watching on YouTube, wherever you're watching, if you'd like to ask questions, you can do so on social media platforms, Twitter at WTOC11 or on Facebook, WTOC TV. Hey, Gay Royal from Richmond Hill, excuse me. Megan from Hinesville, thank you for watching. Jamie and Tybee, you're done with the rain. Nothing going on. It's a nice evening out there. No rain to my knowledge on Tybee. The storm did get close to the south beach, the south end of the island towards Little Tybee, but you're good to go for the evening. No issues there. Weather actually pretty calm, not only there but across the rest of the area. Here, I'm going to zoom out here. Weather computer's acting a little crazy. Here we go. Here's radar, a couple little dwindling showers south of Vidalia over towards Hickston, Mount Vernon, and what was a broken line of showers, thunderstorms pushing offshore. Most of the area is dry, and they're on Tybee Island. You're good to go. No rain in your immediate vicinity right now. Howdy to you as well, Joy. Hey, Chivis, thank you for watching. Angela, thank you. And Marguerite, thanks for that report. Yeah, it was scattered. Not everyone saw that activity. Gay says she heard thunder in Richmond Hill, but only small amounts of precipitation or rain, and that was kind of the deal. Some saw nothing, others got a downpour. Some of us, like WTOC here at the studio, a little bit in between there. Joy, Reedsville thunderstorms tomorrow. We do have a chance. Let's walk you hour by hour. This is a computer model. You put all the satellite, the temperature data, all the observations, if you will. You put that into a computer. The computer runs it through a ton of complex equations and spits out a forecast. And we're going to take a look now at one of those variables, actually two, clouds. see here in white, and rain. Those are the two variables that this computer is generating for us. This specific forecast model, we've broken it down and focusing in on just those two. This is missing the mark. Rain is actually further to the south. It is not raining right now in the low country. So I don't have the most confidence in this forecast, but I do think that it has the right idea as far as calming us down overnight tonight. Midnight, low country, coastal empire were dry. If you did see heavy rain, though, like Emmanuel County, tonight you could see some patchy dense fog with wetter soil conditions and calmer winds. So just a heads up there. It'll be pretty patchy, though, tomorrow morning, even if it occurs. We're going to wake up to a mix of sun and clouds, maybe more sun than clouds across the region tomorrow. If there is patchy fog in a couple of inland locations, it's probably out of here by 8:30 in the morning, if not earlier. But by noon, 1 o'clock, clouds growing in a couple of areas. Number one, along our sea breeze. Notice right there along the coastline, the bright whites. On our hot days, like tomorrow's going to be, and I'll get to that in just a second. Remember, the ocean and the land heat up, but they heat at different rates. Ocean warms more slowly than areas over land. Just because of the physical properties, liquid, solid, and things like that. So you get this little cold front setting up, if you will, just that cooler ocean air, the more moisture, the moist ocean air behind that, and it wants to move inland. This is just a daily process, almost a ritual every single day this time of year. So Joy, this is going to try to build inland. I think we will see some I-95 showers, thunderstorms, but once again, like today, isolated to scattered. Not everyone gets in on that, and it's really after 1, 2 o'clock that we see that develop. Here we are at 4, isolated downpours lining up just inland from the beaches, trying to move back towards the ocean. So beaches too tomorrow could get an isolated shower or thunderstorm. I also may see a few inland pop-ups tomorrow afternoon as that sea breeze moves inland. Even tomorrow evening, 8, 9 o'clock, we could see a couple remaining showers out there. So in Reedsville, Joy, I think you have a 30 to 40% chance of rain. Not the greatest shot, but certainly you may hear thunder, see those clouds building up in the afternoon. But I think the most likely shot at rain, that maybe 40% chance, is a little bit closer to I-95 versus that inland, more isolated chance. Now, here's where it gets complicated. This particular forecast model and some others are indicating that, remember the storms that developed in North Georgia today and actually did make it into northwestern areas and actually into the Savannah Metro. Those were the storms that we had this afternoon. They actually originated, and once they were much stronger, up in North Georgia. It's saying the same thing is going to happen tomorrow, but a little bit later in the day, and that these will try to make it into northern areas, Vidalia, Statesboro, Estill, also maybe western areas, Douglas, Baxley, Waycross. This is midnight Sunday night into early Monday morning. Can't rule it out, but we're just going to have to watch radar tomorrow. Look upstream, if you will, up towards North Georgia, Atlanta, over to Columbus, and just see what happens, because this is indicating we could have weaker showers and thunderstorms. Likely not much of a severe threat with these, but maybe some thunder could wake you up early Monday morning around 2, 3 o'clock. So certainly something we're watching, and that possibility is still there. And then depending on what happens Sunday night into Monday morning, we could see more isolated to widely scattered showers, thunderstorms develop on your Monday. So just a heads up, we're going to have our normal afternoon stuff, but also Joy in Reedsville tomorrow night and early Monday morning. We'll need to watch to see if a little line of storms can develop and push out of North Georgia. That is simply a possibility at this point, why we have rain chances in the forecast, but I wouldn't bank on it just yet. We'll have a better idea as to tomorrow night's and Monday morning's forecast a little bit later tomorrow morning, and then especially tomorrow afternoon once we see stuff develop or not develop up in North Georgia. So hopefully that kind of helps you plan your Sunday. Let's see if we have any more questions coming in. Joy says she got a little bit this afternoon. Thank you for that report, and hopefully that helped you with your Sunday plans. Jess, hello to you as well. Yvonne, hello. Carolyn wants to know if we have rain coming to Midtown this evening. No, I think you're good to go. Daniel says we need the rain. Some spots sure do. You're welcome, Joy. I'm glad that helped you. So that's your Sunday and your Monday as far as clouds and rain are concerned. The other thing, of course, we're tracking here, heat. We have a heat advisory in effect tomorrow. Much of the area. This is in effect until 8 p.m. Sunday evening. Begins at 11 a.m. Sunday morning, so actually a little earlier, and then a little later in the day, more extended period of heat indices 105 to 110. And actually, Charleston County up here under an excessive heat watch, they could have heat indices up around 115 or so tomorrow. So it's going to be hot, and now, this hasn't been the case the past few days, but even counties south of the Altamaha River under a heat advisory tomorrow. Once again, heat indices 106 to 112 possible, south of the Altamaha River from Baxley down to Folksdale, Weston, the Waycross area, the Okefenokee area, Brunswick, and the portions of Glynn County, Camden County, especially west of I-95. Statesboro, you are included in this, I should say, as well, until 8 p.m. Evans County, portions of this is going to be Bullitt County, also Candler County, Jenkins County area, Allendale County, Hampton County. So we have heat advisories in effect tomorrow, and I think it is going to feel much hotter tomorrow, heads up, than it did today. We talked about Sunday being the hotter day earlier in the work week, certainly still panning out to be the case. So if you do have outdoor plans tomorrow, probably do it earlier or probably do it later, and it's going to be most comfortable. Maybe yard work, the walk, the run. I would suggest the morning time frame before 10 a.m. if you're trying to at least be remotely comfortable, a little bit more comfortable than it will be in the afternoon. So this is a forecast model's idea about the heat indices overnight tonight. This is probably a little bit overzealous, may not be quite this warm, but I'm actually going to edit this. I'm going to change up the time on this, and I'm going to go to tomorrow. So just bear with me here while I edit this weather graphic, and we'll give you an idea as to how hot it may feel tomorrow. Again, this is just one computer's thinking as to the heat index tomorrow, what it feels like to you with the humidity and the temperature factored in. Easily, I think, 105 to 107. But more likely, a few of us going to have heat indices up around 110. You can see the hottest time, no coincidence here, when that heat advisory goes into effect around 11 a.m. through 6 p.m. before we gradually cool on down tomorrow evening, Sunday night into early Monday morning. And if we do have some overnight Sunday and early Monday morning showers and thunderstorms, that certainly will help that cool down process. All right, I'm opening up the video again, seeing if we have any new comments coming in. Again, tomorrow, isolated to widely scattered showers, thunderstorms, and the heat is really the big factor. Gay says, yeah, some areas need rain. Not sure where you live. We don't want the crazy flooding type of rain. Yeah, Gay, some people need rain. Others have had too much rain. The Savannah River is still a minor flood stage up near Clio. Burton's Ferry Landing, that has been dropped. That area has seen levels drop, but Clio is still seeing some minor flooding conditions. Gay, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. And Joy says, close on the line early in the day. Yes, that is a good idea because it's going to be really hot tomorrow, and once again Monday as well. 7-day forecast for you. I'm going to start to get a little bit of that evening data in after I get done here with the digital weather now, and I will be updating the forecast. You can always stay tuned, and we'll be showing you that at 11. But here's a first look at the 7-day. We do have that chance for rain through Tuesday, a little bit Wednesday. I think Tuesday is going to be the wettest day probably as it stands right now. Also kind of signaling a slight cooling trend for a few days. It's still going to be humid, still going to be hot, but not quite as hot and humid as it has been. And then we'll keep that low-end chance of rain, trying to increase the rain chance once again heading into next weekend. So there's a layout of the forecast. I want to remind you, I'm going to be talking about heat indices here pretty soon, recording a video, posting it in the WTOC weather app, and I want to show that to you now. In the weather app, you can pull up videos, also the hour-by-hour forecast, radar. I already have a video in there talking about the storm chances this evening. That's a little bit of an old video. I'm going to delete that out, update it here pretty soon. You have radar there, so if you're on Sapelo now seeing lightning offshore, you can see where that storm is going in radar within the app. And also, not only is the forecast from the early news in there a little bit earlier this evening, but you can watch the news at 11 coming up live. So we are going to be tracking heat, and I will be updating you on that in the app. Also tonight, a little bit later on the news, but we're talking about heat and humidity and a few storms, but I want to talk about something gorgeous here. I'm going to take you outside with the WTOC. This is going to be the Weston Riverfront Skycam. Good view of downtown Savannah, looking up and kind of across the Savannah River there. And up at the top of your screen, little white clouds, that's the anvil or the tops of earlier thunderstorms. And underneath that, a gorgeous sunset. So hey, head on out, enjoy your evening. Midtown, downtown Savannah. Don't think it's going to be any sort of issue out there. If you see a gorgeous sunset, snap a photo of it. You can upload it to us in the app. Send it to me on Facebook, WTOC Cutter Martin, or find me on Twitter at Cutter Martin. But again, wishing you an awesome evening. I will be updating the forecast, and I will see you tonight at 11.